for a berth in the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards. To go on 3rd down.
34-yard line. That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Play fake. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
The Browns' 1st down.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Up 2nd and 9.
from the gun. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incomplete.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Stop your running. Switch it, come on, switch it.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the 1st quarter here in this one. And a 1st down as well. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check three. Check three. Check three.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He was calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, Being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Joe Mixon.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At the Browns.
A toss left, Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Blitz coming and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Peoples-Jones returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd and 11 now. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. 20! And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
They all understand that even after that loss on 1st down, they've got a field goal attempt in their back pocket. But here on 2nd and goal, this is the time you take your shot at the end zone, I believe. Go ahead and go for the big shot right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
17, Bengals 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. That one is caught by Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interception.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Mayfield now from the 50. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warner. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. On 1st down, Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
27.
Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man over the middle. It's it's Williams.
Burrow's pass.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
31 yards on the punt there.
Over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
First down, Browns.
They run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 11. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carl Lawson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
23. Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Not much there, only a yard. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Travion Williams. He scored on the ground. And through the air. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Randy Bullock lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. Hunt going to run for it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
29. Bengals.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Over the middle, it's complete. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 13. Odell Beckham, 55 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the fake. Now Burrow loses the football.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's taken in by Higgins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Here's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He finds his running back, Mixon, and he's going to get this inside the 30. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Andrew Billings in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.